Whoa, now shout out to each and every single one of y'all. Thank y'all for tuning into the Leverage Show. I'm your host, Lambo Drew, and you are now rocking on the Leverage Show. Thank you guys, each and every single week, man. Y'all showing love, man, and making this do what it do. I'm just and everything, man, the host, man, who's trying to make some things happen on my end. So you guys can make some things happen on your end. Listen, it's going to be an exciting time tonight. Y'all do not want to miss this. I'm telling you what I know. Y'all do not want to miss this. It's going to be really good, man. I got a great special guest. I tell you, we are literally like ending the end of this the right way. I'm trying to tell you this right now. We're ending this the right way. Y'all do not want to miss out on this at all. For real. So y'all make sure y'all are liking, y'all are sharing, y'all are subscribing, y'all are doing all of this other good stuff because it's getting ready to go down tonight. I'm telling you this right now. It's getting ready to go down to this tonight. So listen, let's see exactly where we are at with things. All right, talk to me. Let me see. Hold on. I'm getting all kind of stuff coming in. Let me know in the chats. Do y'all hear me out there? How's everybody? Everybody hears me? Let me know we all good. I'm getting all kind of messages now. Hold up, that we are. What is going on here? I'm getting my messages. Shout out to my Facebook family on here. Shout out to my Facebook family, man. Let me see where they at, man. Let me check and see where the crew is at. Listen, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and tap in the comments. Make sure everybody is linked in and good. Kennard Haney is in the building, man. Shout out to you, Kennard. Hello, Lambo Drew. Ready for another amazing show. Hello to the loyal Leverage Show family, friends, and first timers. You will be back, man. Shout out to my guy, man, Kennard Haney, man, in the building, man, showing love, man. He's always showing love each and every single week. As you guys see, Lambo Drew is traveling, man, out on the road with my family, man, but he's definitely excited to have a great time. Listen, if you guys can, please go like and subscribe Kennard Haney's channel. I'm trying to tell y'all right now, I get a chance to check Kennard out each and every single week. He is definitely doing some major things. So big shout out, man, to Kennard, man, and his end on doing what he does best, man. I'm excited, man. I'm trying to tell you this right now. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me see what is going on. Let me see what's going on. I want to make sure that we get this right because they saying my Facebook is not. It is what it is. You know, we're going to have to roll with it. Tell them to jump on the YouTube channel over here. Tell them, look, let's jump on YouTube then, man. Y'all jump on YouTube, Lambo Drew TMT. That's what we're going to do. Y'all, if they ain't out here on YouTube, man, then they losing it at this point, man. Again, let's jump on YouTube. Let's make it happen, man. Let me know where we at out here, man. For real, it's getting ready to be a great night. Again, y'all go like, subscribe to my guy, Kennard Haney's channel. Also, LA Lost, shout out to you. I see you in the building. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I hope all is well. Yes, it is. Hope all is well. Y'all make sure, man, that y'all are tapping in the right way. I'm telling y'all this right now. It's getting ready to go down, man. For real. Y'all definitely don't want to hear this guest. Thank you, LA Lost. Shout out to your champ, man. My son's in the building, man. Doing what he do, throwing me the fire emojis, man. Thank you. Money. Hello, Money. Thank you for tuning in for another wonderful Leverage Show. Thank you. Thank you again. Look at it. We're saying hi. Everybody coming on in. Kennard Haney 10X. Yes, we are 10X in the game this entire month. They know I'm blacked out with the blackout 10X hat. Shout out to my guy, Grant Cardone, man, out here, man, showing love, man, for the 10X family. They know what time it is, man. Evening family. Thank you, Tracy Hughie. Tracy Hughie is in the building. My guy, man, doing what he does best. My wifey, my role partner. Shout out to you. My role partner is in the building, man. Doing what she do, showing love, telling everybody, hello, everyone, man. Thank you, wifey, man. Just speaking on you just now, man, with Miss Chapman. So definitely, you guys are going to want to go ahead and tap into this one. Kennard Haney, man, throwing up and everything. Okay, sound, he's showing love, man. Hey, I love you back, man. Love you, Lambo Drew. Thank you, bro. Hey, man, Mr. Kennard Haney, man, I really want to thank you. I thank you, bro. You really don't even know how much of everything, man. You inspire me each and every single week. And I see you dropping the videos, man, and the videos are definitely life-changing, man. Look, if you guys have never seen or never heard of Mr. Myron Golden, I'm telling y'all guys this right now. Make sure y'all go like, subscribe, and go follow, man, Mr. Myron Golden. I gave that to my crew probably some months back, man. And I started giving Myron Golden to everybody, man, who came in contact with me. And people's like, we have never heard of Myron Golden. I said, man, listen, Myron Golden is like the modern day Solomon with wisdom mixed with a mixture of my guy from the Nassau, Bahamas, man, Mr. Miles Monroe, full of wisdom, man, full of knowledge. And he is literally like taking the cities by storm. If you don't have anything tapped into Myron Golden, you need to get tapped in and get tapped in ASAP. I'm telling you this right now. It's really getting ready to go ahead and make some things happen. For real, for real. So listen, make sure you guys are on this. What is going on here? I got some stuff. I got some stuff popping off here, y'all. Y'all don't even know what is going on my end. All right, so let me see. Who's up here? My brother Larry, man, in the building. Shout out to Larry. I see you. What's up, my brother, man? I'm showing love. I'm showing love, bro. Thank you, Larry, man. For real, for real. My wifey said, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Leverage Show. Thank you. Wife showing love, man. My guy, Larry, say facts. Yes, speaking on Mr. Myron Golden, man. Like I said, man, big facts and stuff like that, man. I'm trying to tell y'all this right now. That is my guy. He's been out here, man, doing some serious great things. I'm so, man, I don't know what more to say about Mr. Myron Golden. But if y'all have not connected to Myron Golden, you want to connect ASAP because it's literally, man, going down. I'm trying to tell y'all what I know, man. For real, for real. There's so much love and everything, man, with that. It's not even funny. So literally, y'all go ahead, tap in. Make sure, man, y'all get in. Let me know what's good, all right? Let me know what's popping. Let me know what's good. Listen, we are ecstatic. I don't know if y'all have seen it. It has been an amazing month. Now we are literally like going into the end of this month. With you guys, I'm trying to tell y'all this right now. Y'all want to make sure that y'all are tapped in each and every single Tuesday night, bringing some of the dopest guests. But this is like the cleanup lady mixed with, you know, the fire starter and the shut all down of shut all downs of the broadcast for me to get this lady on here tonight. And you know, I'm a little upset because my Facebook is acting up tonight, which that whole audience is missing this broadcast right now. But for those who on YouTube, y'all got it first-hand access, so we ain't even tripping about it because we still gonna do what we do out here. Listen, we are ecstatic. We're ecstatic about Miss Chapman, man. Really going on here, man, and doing her thing, man. Making the time out to actually join this Leverage Show. I'm telling y'all this right now. Each and every single week, I bring some of the best people here and for the community, for you guys, for a point of access, for a point of resource, for a point of somebody who might need a lifeline out there, man. Whatever case that you may be, or may need a point of connection and stuff like that. It's some things that you're trying to do, trying to level yourself up on a whole nother level. Make sure you guys are tapping into the resources and reach out to them long after the broadcast is over with, because you never know what the network connections may be and some of the things that you guys may be able to do to help them out. I'm telling y'all this right now. It's a huge opportunity that you guys get a chance to come to the Leverage Show each and every single week just to be a part of some of the most amazing guests and get the chance to get tapped in. Tonight, I got one of those amazing guests that I'm literally sitting in awe. When I literally, man, she was brought to me, man, from a wonderful teammate of mine. And she was like, Drew, you may want to go ahead and check out this Tameka Chapman. I was like, who the world is this? You know, and I went to doing my research on Miss Chapman. And I could have not been more esteemed to see not only that she was a sister, but she from my neck of the woods down in Louisiana. I'm like, oh, yeah, you know it's on and popping. I'm representing for my team and for the culture on this one. But to see what her muscle, her brain power, what her expertise is, what she's been putting in to crafting these things into her life and making a network and bringing other people together on this network has been no short of just a miracle in my eyes, but also her gifts making room for her. I literally, man, cannot even go ahead, man, and even speak even highly of her. I mean, most people, they got this big dialogue. I'm telling you for what I did. I ain't reading from a prompter. I'm not reading from this. I'm telling you my research of what I did. For her to just recently receive an award as well for, you know, coming back, you know, her being in the network game like this. I mean, I'm just like, wow, she's receiving awards like this already. Like, are you serious? I'm like, yes. Oh, we got to really bring you up on here for her to get recognized by wonderful people in her platform and what she's doing and what she's allowed to do it as a bridge for many others. I couldn't be more esteemed to have her to the Leverage Show. Most of all, I actually see the things that she's actually doing to help empower women and leverage women, and not just leverage women, but leverage anybody who wants to come to the platform who may need assistance to scaling their business to 7-figure businesses and even higher than that. You know, we can speak so much of Miss Chapman, and I'm looking at her career and in a short span that I have seen and my homework that I have done. Married and everything, 23 years. Shout out to that wonderful and everything man, husband of hers as well. He definitely had to sweep this Southern Belle off her feet because she truly is a Southern Belle and truly is one of the biggest blessings to the platform. And I want the world to see, especially on the Leverage Show, man, who truly Miss Tameka Chapman is. So for the ones who are tapped in and tuned in, make sure y'all are sharing this broadcast. Get this broadcast out. For you guys, each and every single week, we guys are seen by thousands because you guys get the broadcast out. And I thank you guys each and every single week. But tonight, it's not about Lambo Drew. It's not about this big Leverage Show, the small Leverage Show that we got. We got the lady here with the Mogul TV network on the building. Like literally, like who's the CEO of that? Oh, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's rock and roll. We need to put her on here. She gets full platform, full airtime for everything that we need. And that's really called 10Xs. So make sure y'all put those 10X up in the comments and everything tonight. And please, please, please show and welcome my new sister. She's become my new sister now, Miss Tameka Chapman, to the show. Hey, Miss Chapman, how are you? How are you tonight?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Life is beautiful, man. It's getting better and better, man, and enjoying it more and more. We are ecstatic to have you here, Miss Chapman, tonight. And I know the people, man, cannot wait to hear from you tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and shut my big old mouth up, man, because I truly, truly, truly am honored. I'm more, like I said, a fan than I am and everything, man, a guest as well for the work and the body of work that I've seen you putting in and the women and the people who you're empowering, man, and helping change the culture around this entire United States. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Ms. Chapman. Welcome to the Leverage Show.
Thank you so much for that warm welcome. I appreciate you.
Thank you. All right, well, Ms. Chapman, look, let the people know, man, who is Ms. Chapman and how did Ms. Chapman get started with all of this great things and take us back, because the people who they look at the Leverage Show and they say, oh, they see all of this stuff when the people are in, you know, in their moments and they're enjoying it and they see them at the peak of things. And they don't know and everything, man, the past of exactly who Ms. Chapman is, where's her humble beginnings, and exactly how did she transgress to be able to get to this point in her life where she's now at a successful platform as you are.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, listen, before I get into the titles of it all, because a lot of people, they start with the titles. First and foremost, I'm a child of God, because there's nothing that I can do without his blessing, his favor, and mercy over my life. It's been evident in everything that I've done and how I've walked along this journey of life that I've lived. And so much more to go, because, you know, it's not over yet. It's just beginning, right? But
Amen.
I'm a mom. I am a mom of two very busy toddlers who my husband and I of 23 years, it took us 18 years to have these babies, okay? 18 years of trying, crying, praying, trying to figure it all out, doctor to doctor, thousands of dollars spent out on every doctor we visited, multiple states, nothing worked. And so these are my two greatest blessings that I have on this earth, are these two toddlers that keeps me going every single day. So now that I have the importance of, by the way, I am the CEO of Mogul Media, the founder of Mogul TV Global Network. I'm also a world record holder and #1 international best-selling author. I'm also an award-winning global speaker. I am a 7-figure business growth strategist. So all of the things out here, podcaster, TV host, everything you can think of, I'm your girl, okay? But the journey to get into all of that was a long journey. It was a journey of me becoming, a journey of me understanding. And all of that actually started back in a little country town of Natchitoches, Louisiana, which I'm proud to be from. Whoop, whoop, for Louisiana, right?
Louisiana in the building, the boot, baby, we're in the building.
But Very humble beginnings, very humble beginnings. I'm the oldest of four, and growing up, um, when in my era of growing up, we take care of each other, we look out for each other, and so I've always grown up to look out for my younger cousins, my sister, my brothers, um, others that were around me. So I've always been this nurturer kind of a person, and plus it's just in your blood, right? It's just in your
Yeah.
blood. But growing up, I've always been the one that looked up to empower others, I should say, as well. Wanting everybody to feel good about themselves, wanting them to find that thing within themselves that they can believe in. So whenever someone comes around that tries to speak down to them, they can tap into that and say, no, 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 no. I am somebody. I'm worth something. I have value. No matter what your words mean, it's not going to take away who I am and what it is that I have to offer to the world. And so I've always been that kind of a person. And I remember I was 8 years old, and at 8 years old, I had two pen pals from other countries that I still have never met. But I said I stood up on my grandmother's shed, the steps of her shed, and I screamed to the world. When I get older, I'm going to leave here and I'm going to travel the world and empower girls all over the world, right? So I'm this little 8-year-old just shouting out in the country that nobody heard. But I was so I was determined. I was determined that that's what I was going to do. And at that point, I didn't realize what I was doing, but I was actually speaking, and I began to manifest those words. I wanted it so bad. I wanted to, see other girls like be brave and be courageous, because I was I my grandmother, my big mama, I lived with her for the majority of my life, my childhood, going to school, coming home. And so she put a lot into me, she poured a lot into me. But I also had this team of women I call my earth angels, and they also
Okay.
poured things into me, not allowing me to accept less than, not allowing me to say, oh, it's okay, I'll do better next time. It wasn't I'll do better next time. It's no, you do better this time, and then you also do better next time, right? But pouring perseverance into me, pouring prayer into me, pouring love into me, pouring the importance of loving yourself, valuing yourself, and uplifting others around you. And so it's always been that team of women who were praying over me day and night, speaking life into me day and night, that has allowed me to be the stand-up person that I am, the kind of person that says, if I see something wrong, you say something about it, right? It's not that you just
There
turn your
you
head.
go.
No, because somebody needs your help, right?
Right.
Somebody needs your help. They may not be, as strong to stand up or to speak up for themselves. So that really is what kicked into the whole women's empowerment piece of what I do. And so now that I have, gone through life, military life, married life, now momhood, career, a 16 almost 16-year paralegal career, private sector government. Pretty much, it's been my life of the love of law. So that's another one of my loves. But I resigned in 2020 to have the freedom to really express myself creatively, the way that I wanted to, and without anything holding it back, without any thing getting in the way of that. And then it came with 2020. We had a lot of things happening in 2020, right? Not only did we have COVID, but we had a lot of suicides. We had a lot of domestic violence.
Yeah.
We had a lot of police brutality. We had a lot of a lot. And I kept trying to figure out, what am I supposed to do? In my own head of being a nurturer and helping people and standing up for people, I felt that I was powerless. I felt powerless. Like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to help? And it came to me that you should be using your platform, whatever that platform is. Use your platform for the better. Use your platform to take a stand. Use your platform to speak up for people. Even if you can't touch them, you can still speak up for them. You can still connect. And
Yeah.
so that's what I did. I began to implement more of that into now the Mogul TV Global Network. I began to do that because it's necessary. It's necessary for us to reach out and help one another. And so my platform, the Mogul platform, the Mogul brand that I've created, which includes the Mogul TV Global Network, which is the biggest thing. It's all about culture, legacy, diversity, because nobody should be left out. I know we have the whole saying of no child left behind. Well, I say no person left behind, because we all need to feel loved. We all need to feel that we can talk to somebody. There is something that you can watch on the network that is going to empower you, inspire you, uplift you. If it's only for 20 or 30 minutes, it's okay. Use that time to just break free from what you're going through right then, allowing yourself to have some clarity, a moment of just peace, if you will. So I'm excited for everything that we have going on, Lambo. I'm excited for it
Well,
all. So hopefully I didn't talk too much, y'all.
no, girl, I told you this is your platform tonight. I literally, this is what you do well with the full network of yourself. I just sit back and just like we're gonna stand in awe. So we're just gonna have a brother sister conversation out here tonight. So
Absolutely.
continue. You are definitely not at all offending me, man. Keep doing what you're doing. We're super excited to have you to the Leverage Show.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you.
thank you. Well, look, I'm trying to tell you this right now. You got to tell me, like, what is this? Some of these top questions that people ask. What the world is a TV mogul, and what is that, man? What is the TV mogul global network? What does that consist of? Could you tell us the people a little bit about that?
Well, it's Tameka. It's the special sauce called Tameka. Okay. I will say
Okay.
this, that we all have gifts. We all are talented in something, right? And so we have to learn how to tap into that thing that we can do, without, questioning what it is that we're doing. We all have that within us, but I think a lot of times we don't go that route because one, there's nobody else is doing it. Nobody else has done
Yeah.
it. We don't have an example of what that looks like. So, we get too scared to say, okay, I'm just I'm gonna take that full step. We'll dip our toe in it, but then we'll pull back because, oh, I don't know. So I say that being, the mogul brand is not necessarily about the dollar amount. It's about the lifestyle. It's about your
Mm.
mindset. It's your mindset. You have to have a mindset more of giving more than you receive. You have to have a mindset that you're elevating yourself because you are an example for somebody else. So if you are an example for somebody else, what are you giving them to follow? What are you giving them to mimic? What are you giving them to look up to and aspire to become? And so you have to have it. Is not about perfection. No, it's not about perfection at all, because I'm nowhere near perfect. I always say that I am a recovering perfectionist. But
I
it's
like that.
about
I like
it's
that.
about living up to your highest level of excellence, right? Not trying to overdo or try to do what somebody else is doing, but what is it that you can do? What is your highest level of doing, being, existing, giving, loving? What is your highest level of doing that? When you can tap into who you are, and without a shadow of a doubt, do that without fear, without, holding yourself back, you become the mogul of whatever it is that you're doing. I don't believe in, the whole title of, because you have 9 zeros in the bank, now you're a mogul, right? Because you have
Yeah.
10 different brands that you're over, now you're a mogul. No, because you got 10 brands out there, you can still be broke. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
not broke just in your bank account, but broke in your spirit, broke in your
Yeah.
mindset, broken every other way, just broken, and along with that, it's also about, are you broken, right? A lot of times we don't really find, that thing that we're supposed to be doing until we face, the things that's been holding us back, right? What are those things that's holding us back from really moving forward? And I'll say this, with full transparency. I recently went through, grief counseling. I recently went through grief
Mm.
counseling, and I've been putting it off. And I was like, no, no, and no, I'm not doing it. Don't want it. Leave me alone with it. I don't want to deal with
Yeah.
emotions. But I am a board member of a nonprofit Ananias project, and one of the co-founders, she is a grief recovery specialist, and so she had been telling me, Tameka, go through the program. You can't tell everybody what it's about if you don't go through it. And I was just like, I don't want to deal with my emotions, but I will tell you that going through grief recovery allowed me to now tap into myself and not tune out, not shut it down, not shut down emotionally when it's something happening that I don't want to deal with. And then doing that, it then allowed me to say, okay, there are some things that really that really holding me back. I didn't think that it was, but because I hadn't dealt with it, it's always a question in your mind of what if. It's a question in your mind
Yeah.
of, okay, will it really happen? Really, really work for me?
Yeah.
So it makes you question and doubt some things that you're doing. But when you learn to tap into who you are, love who you are, understand who you are, and not just your limits, but your belief system, right? You have to tap
Yeah.
into all of that. You become the greatest form of who you want to be. So that's what I believe when we're talking about being a mogul. Yeah, we all want the dollars in the bank. Who don't? Right?
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
have to have more than dollars to actually have a meaning for the life that you live in. I believe. I believe that with everything that's in me. I believe that. So that's my definition of a mogul. And anybody who's joining the network, we have a conversation. Nobody joins the network without a conversation with me, right? I
Right.
have to make sure that everybody that's coming, that's joining us on this journey, is in alignment with what it is that I believe that we are doing for the world, which is all about positive programming. What are we pushing out into the world? What are we giving them to consider to watch? What are we, and our network is family oriented. So children are watching this too. I don't want children to happen to go up on another show and it's not something they should be hearing or watching. So
Yeah.
I want to make sure that what we're pushing out is going to uplift, empower, inspire, encourage somebody in some kind of way to live their greatest life, to become the greatest version that they want to see for themselves, not based on what others want or what others believe they should be doing. Um, so that's really what we're all about. And that's really what the term mogul means to me, just me. Okay.
No, you have said a whole mouthful just with that, because I think some people take the context of what mogul is and they have put a twist to it, because they see this fictional world where a mogul has to be the person that has a lot of cash with them and got all of this stuff that's going with them, and literally you're 100% right. They're broken still inside, and they may look successful to other people, but they're battling their own success within inside of themselves and
Yeah.
their own failures and their own demons.
Yeah.
And literally, man, I mean, I love that you were so transparent with that. You said, Andrew, man, hey, I went through grief counseling, man, and a lot of people, man, Miss Chapman, even in your position, they won't ever even admit to saying, hey, man,
Yeah.
myself even went through this, because I had this stage in my life that I needed to get over. Even with all of this great success and all of this great things that people see me doing in the platform, I needed help. And the truth
Yeah.
is, I'm really big on this, especially on this broadcast. You're going to see me talk about this. Mental health is probably one of the biggest attributes that you can possibly ever have, and make sure you guys are getting a hold of that. Me myself, shout out to my guy Jose, man, over at BetterHelp. For Jose, man, he's been like a guiding angel to me in my life. And most people who don't even understand this, sometimes, man, we talk about therapy and mental health, and people start getting away with, oh, that's not for me, and especially in our community.
Mhm.
Which
Yeah,
in all actually, you need someone to talk to, Miss Chapman. You need someone to
absolutely.
open up and someone to be able to speak some things, man, into you guys' life. And you guys don't know how better you actually transition. See, I give my therapist, I don't know, I know you went through grief counseling, but I gave my therapist a whole bunch of stuff that I'm going through. Like, hey, man, this is what's going on. And Jose be looking at me sometimes like, he watches every show, so I'm trying to tell you right now. He's like, Lambo, golly, man, you be rolling, man. You got this, and this. but sometimes it's the stability of somebody being able to say,
Yeah.
Andrew, I'm licensing this. Let me go on ahead, man, and let's go from here. Let's be
Yeah.
thankful of the things that we're doing, but also let's open up and talk about some things.
Yeah.
And let's
Yeah.
start moving forward with that. And that sounds like the experience you have. So if anybody who's out there, betterhelp.com, man, y'all make sure y'all go ahead, log on, register, man, and go sign up today, man. If anybody out there, man, may need counseling in any area of their life. But talk to us. Talk to us about that grief therapy and exactly what was it that you went through and some things that actually allowed you to move forward with that.
Absolutely. So for me, I've never really been big on my emotions, and I think that come along with how I grew up, of taking care of everybody else and not really paying attention to me, not really paying attention to the my needs. And so, something funny is, it wasn't funny at the time. That was many years
Yeah,
ago, but I remember I told my dad. I think I was probably like 13 or maybe 12. I told my dad, I said, I think I need to talk to somebody. I just feel like I'm going crazy. And he says, "What? I'm your therapist. You talk to me." But I think that goes with the whole concept of, especially in the African American homes, you don't go talk to a therapist. Like, we don't bring nobody into the house family, into the house business. You keep that in the house,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
that was my call for help at that time. And then because I did not get the help, I really believe that is really the biggest thing of why I began to just hold my emotions in, or as I say, I put them in a pretty little box, put a bow on it, and throw it in the bag, and
yeah,
never open the box. Um, but that going through grief recovery, it allowed me to understand that it's okay to feel. It is
yeah,
okay to feel. There's nothing wrong with you shedding a tear if you need to shed a tear. There's nothing wrong with you not feeling the strongest, your strongest, every single moment of the day. Nothing is wrong with that. Because again, growing up and then being around others and being in an industry where you have to present yourself as professional, as I'm strong and this is my stand and I'm not leaving it for anybody. You kind of tend to not go into your emotional side. But at the end of the day, I'm grown, and if I need to cry, then I'm going to sit here and I'm going to cry for a moment, as long as I need
yeah,
to deal with what I'm going through. But one of the things that it actually helped me to do, right after grief recovery sessions, my grandmother, we were, I wouldn't say celebrating, but we were honoring the 1 year passing of the woman that raised me. And
wow,
so that was like the hardest thing that I had to deal with. But 2 weeks prior was her birthday. She would have been, I think Big Mama would have been 95
wow,
on her birthday this year. And so going through grief recovery when I did, I think that was the biggest thing that allowed me not to go hide in a corner or go to a closet and lock the door
yeah,
for 2 weeks. It allowed me to be okay with crying. It allowed me to be okay with feeling the way that I felt. Even if I didn't want to talk to anybody, it was okay. As long as I didn't shut all the way down. And so, with that, it really prompted me to understand my biggest mission in life. And as you just spoke on it, mental health. That
yeah,
is like the biggest, the thing that I'm supposed to be, I'm designed for this, right?
yeah,
Um, I remember in June, well, actually, it was in March when I created this series I called The State of My Mental. And it's all
mm,
about how do we have these conversations? How do we normalize these conversations? How do we get people to understand that, you know, whatever they're going through, it's okay. It's okay for you to feel the way that you feel. Even though I wasn't trying to deal with my emotions at the
yeah,
time, I still wanted everybody else to be okay. And so we created The State of My Mental. In June, we had the first series, and it was a Black man's point of view. That was
mm,
my response to what had been happening for the past 10, 15, 50 years
yeah,
of Black men not really talking. Probably 100 years or more, but Black men not talking about their feelings. Black men
yeah,
feeling that, they have to be the strong one at all times, whether it's in their home, on their job, around their peers, or whoever. But I wanted to be a way, I wanted to create a safe space where men felt it was okay to have this conversation. And when I tell you that was one powerful event, It was one powerful event. I didn't know what I was creating at the time, but I stepped to the side because I had nothing to do with it. I'm not a man. I don't need to be a part of this conversation. So I had a man moderator. I had, I think it was 10 to 11 men on the panel, and it was absolutely, absolutely amazing. And so we're continuing that series. Our next one is actually in October, and it's for the women breaking the silence. Like, we need to talk about that. It's important that we discuss those things that, again, are holding us back, and a lot of times it's with our mental, it's with our mentality. So how do we move forward? How do we have these conversations? How do we normalize the conversations and not make people feel shamed or ashamed for talking about it or saying, I have a therapist? Right? How do you say that? How can we all get to this point of saying it boldly and being okay with it? Right? And so, again, going through grief recovery is now allowing me to just really shine the biggest light that I can on mental health, because it's important. It's important. And
Yeah.
I've also had my own battle with my mental health. I talked about that 18-year journey into motherhood. When I tell
Yeah.
you, listen, I question some things
Yeah.
in life. I question my life, like, why am I here? What am I here for? If I can't have kids, what am I here for? And it didn't make it any better when I had other people around me who would say, if you don't give that man a baby, he's not going to be with you, too much longer. And I'm just like, that's not helping me. Do you,
Yeah.
are you trying to take me out? you know, and so I'm already questioning my existence. I'm questioning, okay, God, what's going on? Like, why can't I do this? What's going on? And it took 18 18 years. I remember it was July of 2016. I was sitting in my home office. At that point, I had a little boutique, a women's boutique store locally, and I was sitting in my home office doing inventory, some new things that come in. And as I sat there, I felt an urge to have a conversation. Right?
Okay.
You sometimes you just feel that urge, like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm okay. I know you're here. Let's talk. Let's talk, bro. I
Yeah.
call him bro. And so I'm talking and I'm talking, and I began to thank God for everything. From it didn't matter what it was. I thank God for the computer that I was on, life, my husband, my house, my car, my job, my store, the paper that I was writing on. Like, I began to thank Him for every little thing, but I then kept feeling the urge to do more. I'm just like, what else? Like, what else you want me to say?
Yeah.
Like, I done thanked you for everything, and I said, okay, I'm missing something. What am I missing? At that point, I began to ask for forgiveness,
Mm.
because there, even I asked for forgiveness for things that I probably hadn't had nothing to do with me, but because I knew of it, I said, okay, forgive me for this. If I didn't say something when I should have said something, forgive me for that. If I didn't stand up fast enough for somebody, forgive me for that. I asked for forgiveness for getting into my husband for taking my cookies. Okay. I asked for forgiveness for everything. And so I would tell you, it was actually at that moment that we conceived. And I didn't know it until 2.5 years later. 2.5 years later, I mean, I'm sorry, 2 months later. 2 months later, I wasn't feeling well. And I had one of my coworkers, she said, I need you to take a pregnancy test. I was just like, you are so rude. You are so rude. And so I took a test, and the test came back positive. It
Mm.
came back positive, and I lost my mind. I couldn't believe that it happened. And then we went to the doctor only to find out that we were 2 months pregnant. So it happened at the moment. It happened at the moment that I had my come to Jesus moment. Okay.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
and not to get all preachy, not to get all religious, but that's my journey. And so, because I know to incorporate God into what I'm doing and align myself in the proper way with how I'm supposed to be operating in life and in business, everything happens the way that it should. It may not happen when we want it to, okay, but it
Yeah.
happens when it should. um, so that's a little bit more about me going through grief recovery, as well as what has come out of me going through that, and how I'm really all for making sure people have a healthier mental health than they have right now.
I look. My wife just responded. Look at God, man. I'm Miss Chapman. I'm in awe, first of all, of hearing that testimony, only because God is concerned about, and we're on the Leverage Show, so this is what you're going to hear. We've got many different people, man, of walks of faith, man, who watch this broadcast all the time. I am more concerned and in awe when God is concerned about the things that you truly have on your heart. And everybody who looks at this broadcast, they find out that God is so much more concerned about those things you have on your heart, bigger than what you even think. And to
Yeah.
hear that testimony, like, man, God, I waited all these years, and then to for me to go through these stages of my life, and for you to be concerned, and now we have two, not one, but two
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful children out of this. It's no short of amazing of what he won't do in your life, and what he, if you put him first.
Amen. Amen.
So
Amen.
when I see that, man, I literally, and I got a good brother. He watches the show each and every single time. Shout out to my guy Tracy Huge, man. So pastor down in South Carolina. Him and his wife, they waited. It was like almost 18 years, if I'm not mistaken, for their
Wow.
kids the same way. And I was just like, Tracy. He said, yeah, Drew. And now he wind up. They were blessed with twins, and now his wife, who they didn't even think would be able to be conceived, is conceiving their third child in the last
Wow.
2-3 years. So yes,
That's amazing.
and not
That's
just that,
amazing.
to see God, what God is doing in their life, and pastoring, and the wife has started a business. I've helped them out, and they've got some serious 6-figure funding and stuff like that to help further their projects and the things that they're doing. Everything may not happen in the timing that you think it's going to happen, but it happens in God's time, and people just need to
Absolutely.
understand that everything that you went through, the process, moving forward, and stumbling and falling and getting up, and like, man, God, when is it going to be my time? When is it going to be my season? It is all a process, just so God can get you to the end reward of it. Just keep
Yeah.
going, man. For those who are out there, man, hanging on by threads, you're hearing Miss Chapman's testimony, man, of what God has done in her life, and now seeing the stage where she's at right now in her life. This is an example of what God will do for your life, man, if you allow him to go and be put first in your life. And again, make sure your life is lining up. If it's mental health, huge, 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 which I'm going to continue to keep beating across people's head, man, on this platform. If it's mental health that you need, and it's decision making that you need, please reach
Hmm.
out and touch someone, man, and get in contact with
Yeah.
someone, and allow someone to help walk you through that, so you can actually make better decisions when you get
Absolutely.
into that season of God bringing you into the season of more than enough, man. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Miss Chapman, am I right or am I right? You can stop, man. We ain't about to be getting on TV picks on here and everything, man. And they passing
No,
the
you're
bucket
right.
over
You're right.
here.
You are so right.
But we gonna speak some facts out here, man. I got to see yo Mogul on here, man. So you already know we're gonna speak some facts. So I hear this, all the time. People say, man, but Drew, how did I end up into this place of mine? How did I end up doing this? And we end up doing this by certain experiences. So do
Yeah.
you believe that all of your experiences allowed you to end up in the media industry?
I will say yes. I would say yes.
Okay.
I had uh, experiences are, that's a good way to put it, right? I would
Yeah.
say that when I think I was probably maybe 11, I had my first taste of being on camera, of being in a studio space. Back in the day, in the little country town that I'm from, we had the biggest youth choir. We had almost 100 kids in our youth choir at church. Now that's amazing, okay, to have that many kids wanting to come to church. Wanting to
Yeah.
come to choir practice, wanting to be around each other. And I will say, I'm probably kin to about 99 of them, and I was 100. But we were the biggest, the biggest youth choir. And we were invited to go to the Ernie Miles gospel show. And I was just like, what? What is that? We had seen him on TV and we watch him every Sunday. And to know that we were now going to, be on TV and singing now, I led a song. I wasn't thinking that they were going to pick my song to sing, but I was one of the lead singers while we were there. And I remember walking into the studio and I saw all the big lights, and I'm just like, wow, like this is really real. I saw him with his microphone. I was just like, oh my God, like this is the real deal. And that never left me. That never left me. So that was one thing that that I've taken with me forever. But also, I'm a very creative person. I love to
Okay.
create. I've sewn my own outfits, so I love to. I'm an arts kind of girl, right? Creative arts kind of girl. I love to sew. I love to paint. I love anything in the arts world. It doesn't matter what it is. Digital art. I love to create graphics. I think a lot of people, when I create something for them, they're like, oh my gosh, like this is it. I'm just like, are you sure? I get a little pullback, 'cause I don't like doing stuff for everybody else. I'll do it for myself, but for everybody else, now you're subjected to, do they like it or not? And of course they always say no, I love it. So that makes me feel good. But I've always been a very creative person, and allowing myself to just really tap all the way into my creativity, and then also wanting to empower someone else with my creation. This is just the greatest way to combine the two. It's the greatest way. And so I would say that when I created, we started out as a channel on a different network. So we did a whole year of me creating, and I created 3 shows that I found hosts for, and I brought it to the other network, and it was going good. However, a year later, I decided that it was time for us to step out on our own, to make sure that I'm leaving the mark that I really want to leave in the world. And so with that, I've been able to create more shows and bring more people to host those shows that's in alignment with what those shows are, but also opening the platform to others who already have their own platform, and that we're partnering and joining together for the greater good, right?
Wow.
But allowing myself to really just look at the world and see, what is it that we're missing. What is it that we're really missing? Like, what is it that they need? Not just missing, but what is it that they need? And
Yeah.
so, I created a show called Curves, Curls, and Crowns. Now, the name of that show came from a good friend of mine, Mr. Troy Carroll. He said, I think you should
Okay.
do something with it. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'll figure it out. And so I created it. These 3 ladies, they came on, and it's been an amazing show. African American women who are talking about our curves with our health and wellness, our curls with our hair and beauty, and then our crown, our mindset, spirituality. So it allows me to create whatever I want to create. There's nobody who's going to tell me no. Like, really,
Right.
who's going to tell
Right.
me no to
Right.
creating what I'm called to create? And, I think we have to get in that mindset. We have to be in that mindset of, who's going to tell you no? Who can tell you no when you are working to fulfill your mission, your vision that you've been given, your passion? Nobody can stop you from doing that. If you are called to do it, you should go forth and do whatever that thing is, without worrying about how somebody else is going to feel about it. Because I can tell you now, I love everybody because I'm trying to go to heaven. Okay.
Yeah.
But um, not everybody's opinions matter.
Yeah.
Not everybody's opinion matter, especially if they're coming from a negative space, especially if they're coming
Yeah.
from a place where it's filled with jealousy, or it's filled with, I can't see how you can do that because I'm not doing it, right? I can't
Yeah.
surround myself with those kind of people, because if I do, it's only going to hold me back. I'm not going to go forward because they don't want me to go forward, and I want their approval. Well, I don't need their approval. I don't need anybody's approval. As long as I have the vision from God, I move forward
Yeah.
with it. I just move forward with it. So that's how I operate. And I do believe that my past experiences of things that I've done, how I've been able to create along the way, and now seeking that greater way to do it, has now led me to ultimately the Mogul TV Global Network, and working with some amazing people. Like, the shows are really good. The shows are really good. We may not be the biggest name, and that's okay, because it's not about being the biggest name. It's about making a greater impact with us coming together to do what we're supposed to be doing. Um, and I'll tell you this, I had a conversation with someone, and they asked me, well, how do you look at your competition? And I say, who is my competition? And they said like ABC, NBC, and all of them. And I was just like, well, it's not a competition. I don't see
Yeah,
competition. I said that we are adding to what the world needs. There's no competition when we are doing what we're supposed to be doing. We're operating in our genius. We're operating in our genius. So I believe that we should be working together for the greater good. And I believe that in business, yes, there's going to be people that will do similar to what you're doing, and that's okay. But if you're operating in your zone, which I definitely am,
yeah,
there's nobody that's going to be able to come and take that away. They're only going to want to come and try to see how they can partner with you because they want to be a
yeah.
part of doing something amazing too. So again, I'm just again excited for the experiences that have led up to now the Mogul TV Global Network.
And now it's super funny. I gotta say this, y'all. You did this in the middle of a pandemic. First of all, you got to give me that mindset. First off, like, yo, what was the phase? What was the mindset? Yo, we in the middle of pandemic. Most people heard it like talk about like, yo, I walked away from my job, a couple of years ago, but they don't understand. Like, this is in the middle of a pandemic, and it's a two-part question. And also, because of that, have you seen the success and you've seen things moving forward? Like, who may be out there, like, who truly wants to join in and tap in? Because, like you said, you want people to go ahead and move in and tap in, man, to what you guys are doing because the movement has been amazing. So, man, tell the people about that. We got to know this, Miss Chapman, because this is good right
Listen,
here.
listen, there's more transparency to the story, okay?
Okay.
um, so okay, when you're supposed to be doing something in life, a lot of times I said we don't move forward because the path has not been shown by somebody else that has done it. We'll dip our toe into it, but then we'll pull back because again, I don't know exactly what it looked like over there. So I'm gonna just stay on my side of the line of comfort. Okay, comfort is over here, and that unknown, I don't know what's gonna happen to me over there, and that's where I was for like a whole year before I resigned from my 16-year career as a paralegal, senior paralegal specialist, might I add, who was
Wow.
at the top of her game. But
I
I would
see.
say that
Okay.
I would say that it comes a point when it becomes so uncomfortable. It comes to a point where I say God allows your current situation to become so uncomfortable that you can no longer be there. You have to take that next step. You have to get
Mm,
out of where you are, regardless of where you're going. You got to leave where you are because it's not healthy. It's toxic and it's not good for you to be there. And that's really another thing that drove me and said, okay, if I'm no longer going to be here, you have to show me what I'm supposed to do. I don't need no clues, Jesus. I don't
yeah.
need a puzzle. I don't need I don't need any kind of poems to try to figure it out. I need you to show me exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And every year I give myself a gift for my birthday. Like I give myself
Mm,
one thing every year. And I always say yes to me that one
yeah.
time of the year. And my birthday was coming up and I said, okay, what am I supposed to do? And my biggest yes was an opportunity to now be in the media industry. And I said, wow, I didn't think it was going to be that big, Jesus, but okay, okay, I see you. And so um, it again, it became so uncomfortable for me to be there. I knew that I had to go when it got to the point of my health being at the greatest risk. I can't be in a situation where I'm not appreciated, but you're tolerating me because I can do what I do. No, that's not good enough. That's nowhere near good enough. And so it was I wouldn't say it was a bit scary. I had a conversation with my husband that lasted for about a good week where we discussed it and we talked about it. And he says, okay, if this is what you really feel you need to do, then let's make it happen. And so that's what I did. I did it.
Wow.
And I
Wow.
have not looked back
1 week. Do, do you know there's people who've been having conversations with their spouses and everything for years and have not come to a decision yet, man? Talk to us. 1 week.
listen, listen, but you have to be on one accord though, right? In your marriage, and you mentioned earlier that we've been married for 23 years. 23
Yeah.
years, going on 24 years next February. Um, of course you have your ups and downs. You have you have those mountains and you have those valleys in marriage. But I would say you still have to be on one accord. Doesn't matter, whether you're on the mountaintop or whether you're in the valley at that moment, you still have to be on one accord for your marriage, for your household, for what it is that you're doing. And at first, he was like, "Nah, we need to fight this." I'm just like, "Bro, I can't fight it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not designed to fight this because every time I thought about it, I felt sick. I felt sick to my stomach that I even had to deal with what I was going through. It's not fair. Nobody should go through that." And instead of giving them more of my life, instead of allowing more of my life to be taken away by stressing about facing this nonsense, I decided I don't need to be here. Like, this is I have to leave. I should have left a year ago,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
stayed. I stayed for the good, the good benefits. Okay, that good 2 week pay.
Oh
I
yeah.
stayed. But yeah, we talked about it. And the first couple of days, yeah, I would say the first 2 to 3 days, he was just like, "Nah, let me look into it and do this and do that," because he's the big researcher, he's the big fighter. Like, he will go
Yeah.
to war. It doesn't matter if he's been done wrong, he's going to war. And then it came to the point where he actually saw me. He saw that I was
Okay.
physically ill. He saw, like, you could see it all over me, and he said, "You know what, it's not even worth it. If this is what you
Yeah.
need to do in order for you to be here with me and our babies, then go ahead on
Yeah.
and do what you got to do." And that was it. um, I resigned. And yes, it was during the pandemic, but again, it comes with planning. It comes with, all throughout our life, our marriage, we have been savers. We've done some great things in life. We've traveled to some nice places, but we know how to save. We know how to
Yeah.
put money away and invest money and do what we're supposed to be doing to have a better life down the road. We saw examples, growing up and, in other people around us that we didn't want to be that way. So we had to make a conscious decision that, okay, when we get older, we don't want to
Yeah.
have to be relying on, one, two, and three. We should be able to be in a
Yeah.
situation where we can take care of ourselves, whatever that comes down to. And so we were on one accord. When you're on one accord, that's what happens. You're able to put your head together to form the things that needs to be in place when you are, when you're trying to move forward. And so that that really is the beginning stages of me stepping out onto faith, stepping out into faith, but stepping out on the belief that everything I touch would turn to gold, which is a long
Mm.
story.
Mm.
At 13 years old, my parents divorced, and
Okay.
that divorce like took the life out of me because I didn't know anything else but my parents being married. And I had an aunt, rest in heaven, Angel Lane, but she stayed with me and she prayed over me and she just held me for days. And every prayer she would end it and she would say, "Everything you touch will turn to gold." Now I'm a 13-year old.
Mm.
I don't really know what the Bible say. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that that's in the Bible. I don't know any of that, but in my head, that was her pouring into me success. That was her pouring into me perseverance, right? And so I had to believe, believe that's
Yeah.
that faith. I had to
Yeah.
believe that everything I touch will turn to gold. And when you tell a 13-year-old girl that, and she goes on through life, I'm going to get all A's in school. I'm
Yeah.
going to succeed at everything that I do, regardless if it's the best that somebody else can do or not. I did it to my level of excellence. I'm going to succeed at whatever it is that I'm doing because that's what she told me. Everything you touch will turn to gold. So, just with this network, I'm not going to fail. I don't have to be at someone else's standards, but the standard that I
Mm.
should be at is where I am and where I'm going to go. So, this is turning to gold. It's already turned into gold. It's a gold mine because
Yeah.
it is full of amazing people, amazing content. And again, it's for thought leaders, it's for coaches,
Yeah.
it's for entrepreneurs, it's for people who have a brand, who have a platform, and they're wanting greater visibility for what it is that they're doing. Mogul TV Global Network is for them. It's for all of us. It's not just for me. I like to say the gatekeeper. I heard somebody else say this. Um, um, he said the gatekeepers are gone. He actually wrote a book and it said the gatekeepers are gone. And I'm just like, yeah, they didn't let your girl in. The gatekeepers are really gone. Like, we're going to get in here. We're going to do some positive stuff. We're not doing the ratchet reality show type stuff every single. No, we're not doing that. We're doing stuff that matters. We're doing things. We're going to talk about the real stuff that people really need to hear about. And so on the network, you'll see shows about social justice. You'll see stuff about empowerment. You'll see entrepreneurs being celebrated and spotlighted. You'll see shows about purpose. Like, yes, we actually just launched our Good Word channel. That's all about our Christian coaches, our Christian leaders having a platform to now share another word, not just on Sundays, not just doing Bible study, but now it's 24/7 on demand. Okay.
Yeah.
Giving a good word every single day of the week. So we have so much more that we have coming. We actually have our Mogul Kids channel, and it's full of Whip Shanti. We have a little girl. She loves to paint. She's actually amazing with her paints. Painting with Miss
Okay.
Shelby. It is out. We are doing amazing things. And so for those who are interested in wanting to join the network, it takes nothing but to schedule a call. Schedule a call with us so that we can find out more about who you are, what it is that you have going on. Or you can visit our website, themogulchannel.com, to learn more about all of the shows, what we have going on, ways that you can be a part of that. Yeah, we're here. We're not going anywhere.
And that's what again? The Mogul. They can visit that on what again? The Mogul what?
www.themogul, MOGUL channel, CHNNEL.com. CHANNEL.com, sorry.
All
Themogulchannel.com.
right.
And the network, we have our own app. So we're on Roku, we're on Amazon Fire Stick, we have Apple TV coming. We actually have our Apple app as well as our Android app coming soon as well. But we also have our own web app, which is themoguls.tv. So if you're watching it on TV, your computer, your mobile device, doesn't matter. You can go to www.themoguls.tv and you'll see the network right there. Anything that you'll see on TV, you can see it on your phone. So we're pretty much anywhere and everywhere that people can watch TV. And I will share this because again, it's not about the vanity metrics of it all. But of course, we're in media, so we have to pay attention to our numbers. I
Yeah.
hadn't paid attention to numbers because I was so concentrating on growing, on partnering, on making sure that the people that were coming to the network belonged on the network. Like, I've turned a few people away because I didn't feel that their platform was really in alignment with what we're doing. And that's okay. It's not that they weren't good enough. It's just that your platform is not what we are doing, but that's what
Yeah.
you choose to do. Keep doing what you're doing. If that's your calling, keep doing that.
Yeah.
However, in I think it was in 6 months. In 6 months, I had someone, one of the shows, she reached out to me. She said, "Hey, can you pull the numbers because I have some sponsors, but they're wanting to know like what our numbers are." And I said, "Okay, sure, no problem." Pulled the numbers, and the numbers just shocked the crap out of me because it told me that we had reached 70,000 views in 6 months on a little network, and we only had, I think, probably like maybe 10, maybe 12 shows, if that. And some of
Wow.
them were brand spanking new. And I'm just like, wow. Okay,
Look at
okay, let's
God, man. Look at God.
look at
See,
God, right?
see, look at God, man. See,
Right.
see.
And so it confirmed that we need to keep doing what we're doing. I doubled down on doing the things that we were doing. I doubled down on the type of shows that we saw people wanting to see and watch and tune into. And then we had another month go by. At the end of we're in August. At the end of July, we actually had reached 100,000 viewers on the network. And I'm just like, Jesus, what's going on? No, what's going on? I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. And I'm just like, okay, then we really are doing what the world is looking to see. We're in 200 and over 270 different locations where people are watching us, not just here in the US, not just in our local communities, but we're all over the world. Like, people are actually tuning in and watching. I looked at the watch through rate because, that's important. You can't just say you got the views and, they just click on it for 3 to 5 seconds. No, the watch through
Yeah.
rate, it was like 80%. And I'm just like,
Wow.
wow, wow,
Wow.
mind blown, mind blown. And I don't really like, again, I don't do all the vanity stuff, but
Yeah.
I was shocked like crazy when I saw that. And so it really confirmed the questions that I was asking, to understand, the guidance that I was looking for. It confirmed that the path that we're on as a network, as we're continuing to scale and grow, is exactly where we should be. And so I couldn't be more proud. I couldn't be more excited than I am right now with the partners that I have. This we're doing some amazing things.
Shout out to you guys. Y'all are the man. If people are not connected, look, for the ones who are on this broadcast and this thing is going to be shared, y'all make sure y'all are connecting with this broadcast and with Miss Chapman and her movement. Now you got to make sure. Now I'm gonna say this right now. Make sure y'all got y'all stuff together when you come there. She the boss now. So again, she turns some people away. Like, hey man, this is not what we're trying to do. Make sure you guys are coming with some stuff like this. And I also went on ahead and I put it on the screen. How everyone can go ahead and reach out to you,
Thank you.
and make sure that they can schedule an appointment and see exactly what they can go ahead and bring to the table. If anybody has anything to offer, which people who watch this show, man, I got some of the most amazing people who watch this show. So I'm definitely knowing people better be hitting her line and hitting her line ASAP. And I even got my guy Larry. Does some great things, man, with some mogul things, as far as what is that, like apps and everything else. So I'm gonna let you be connected with Larry as well, Miss Chapman, man. Make sure that we begin to move, man, even on that aspect. And we got some other great people, man, to go ahead, man, and connect you with. So thank you, because that is you. So you guys make sure the information is on the screen, www.themogulchannel.com. themogulchannel.com. That's on the screen, man. Make sure you guys definitely reach out and tap in, because this is life changing. She just said over 100,000 views. Look, Larry's like, absolutely, that's my guy. Shout
Hi,
out
Larry.
to Mr. Larry, man. You know, we're excited. Let me ask you something. So what different programs? Because I got to know, because for someone who's out there, they're watching this broadcast. And they're like, well, you know, the Global TV Network. Let me see. What is some attributes that they actually bring, and some programs that are already there, and some things that they would love to bring to the show? What do you guys have currently in place right now? And what you guys are probably looking for in the future to be brought to the show itself?
Absolutely. So the thing I will say is that we have TV, we have talk shows, and then we also have podcasts. Because again, we don't want to leave anybody out, especially those that have a great message to share. So we have our influencer podcast channel, because I believe that anybody who is joining us, they're an influencer. You know, no matter what the size of your platform is, the fact that you are sharing something that's going to help somebody else, you are an influencer in my eyes, right? So we have, again,
thank you.
We have Two Mics Up with Dane. Dane DNYDC. He's here out of Virginia. We have LaJune Singleton. She has a health and wellness podcast. Dane is all about empowering the community. That's his biggest thing. He is a big community guy. He's absolutely amazing. Shout out, Mr. Dane. We have LaJune. She is a health and wellness podcast. We have Brian Sebastian. He has movie reviews and more. So he talks to a lot of celebrities about what they have going on, those who are in just doing amazing things. He's interviewed me as well. You know, so yes, your girl was on his show. So we talked about that. We have 247 Real Talk about social justice. One of his last episodes was about the school loan situation that we're facing right now as a world, right? We also have a cooking show, Crockpot Moms with Lisa Marie. She is a major influencer. She has over 1 million followers on Facebook. Like, come on Facebook, okay? She's only been on Facebook, but she has a crockpot show, and they love her. And I'm just like, I love you too, Miss Lisa. She's such a sweetheart. She really is such a sweetheart.
Now, hold on. Back this up, Miss Chapman. Did you just say a crockpot show with over 1 million subscribers to her?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She's so lovable. She is so lovable for, everybody loves Lisa. She is so down to earth. She loves, and she does it right in her kitchen. There's no big production about it. She's right in her kitchen, having fun, interviewing guests, and showing an amazing meal that she cooked with her crock pot. One crock pot, okay?
I,
Amazing, right?
I'm
Amazing.
blown away because my wife got some crock pots and stuff like that.
Listen, you're
I
not
would
getting me in
know,
trouble.
man.
You're not getting me in trouble.
We're linking up at this point, man. I mean, who would have known? Wow, that is
Yes,
amazing. Shout out to that. That it's
there's
a
an
crock pot
audience.
show that's actually
There is an
teaching
audience for
people,
everything and
how to
everybody.
level up.
There is an audience for everything and everybody. Okay, there's an audience. Um, Again, I mentioned to you that we actually have another podcast network that has joined us. So they have a group of podcasts, but one of the standouts is Greenwood, the podcast, and
Okay.
so it's all about social justice. Actually, um, the man who leads up the Greenwood the podcast is actually the grandson of John Carlos. I don't know if you all
Wow.
are aware of who John Carlos is, but he was I'm going to say the year wrong. I think it was 1969 um, at the Olympics, right? So he made history there. And so if you don't know who John Carlos is, go Google him. He actually has an event coming up. Mars, he has an event coming up here in October as well. But with that, again, we have influencers. These people are doing some amazing things in the world, right? They're doing some amazing things in the world. We have two more podcasts. They're audio only. So it's a purpose show. And of course, Energize Her, which is my new podcast that I've launched. But under our lifestyle, we have some amazing shows there. We have Survivor Stories with Imani Khalid. He talks to men and women who've gone through traumatic experiences, who've overcome traumatic experiences, and now they are sharing their journey with the world in hopes to inspire others to understand that, it's okay of what you've gone through, but look at where you are now. Like, let's work on how we can help you move forward, right? Because a lot of times we get stuck in our past. A lot of times we get stuck in our past and we're not moving forward. We're stuck there. But let's have this conversation. Let's start the path to healing. Let's start the conversation to help you move your mindset from being stuck at 5 years ago or 10 years ago, and find out how you can learn how to manage those feelings. Again, that grief recovery kicks in, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
learning how you can manage your feelings and your emotions as you begin to move forward to start living again. Um, we have another show, Reset with Jay, and she's all about she is very much, she loves Jesus. Okay, that's my girl.
Okay. Yeah,
That's my girl,
yeah.
Shakithia Praise on. And so she is all about helping you to reset your mindset, reset your life. And reset stands for reevaluate everything so everything thrives. So allowing you to
Mm.
reset, things about your life, things about you mentally, spiritually, health wise, so that you can begin to thrive in life and doing the things that you really want to do in life. Again, I told you we have curves, curls, and crowns. What else we have? Oh, the Good Word channel. The Good Word channel for all of my Christians. That's me holding my hand up for all of the people who really need a good word every day of the week. There shouldn't be a day that goes by where you shouldn't be, ingesting some good words. So we have the Good Word channel, and then of course we have our Millennial channel. We have a channel for millennials, and our standout show there is Millennials on the Move, where she speaks to millennials who are doing amazing things in the world. They have businesses, they have nonprofits. They are just, I think a lot of times people don't want to deal with the millennials because there's a lot of complaints about millennials, right?
Yeah,
They don't want to work for, they just want it handed to them. But I can tell you that the millennials that she's interviewed, the millennials that we had on our version of TED Talk, we call the Millennial
yeah.
Voices Live, and they are amazing. They are amazing, men and women
Mm.
who are just really doing some good things in mental health, in the finance world, in health and wellness, in mindset, in real estate. Like, they are in fashion, like they're all over the place and they're doing some good things. So I'm just here to show you that despite all of the complaints that people may have about millennials, there is still a core group of great, young people who are doing some amazing things in the world. And then, of course, we have our Mogul business channel. And so that's everything business. I'm on that channel with my show Launch. I have the Glow Up, where she talks to, entrepreneurs about the things that they're doing, with another twist on them sharing their story, their journey. So again, we have a wide range of opportunities and categories for, shows to come on. So if you're looking to, if you have a platform that talks about, finances or real estate or cooking, because we love to have more cooking shows. Who don't love a good meal? Okay, I'm a good Southern Louisiana,
Hey,
not
hey,
Southern, but I'm a good
you,
Southerner from Louisiana,
yeah,
so I
you
love a
know
good
what time
meal.
it is.
But yeah, if you have, shows that you feel fit into any of those categories, it's only a call. It really is only a call. Again, the gatekeepers are gone. So it's a call. You don't have to jump through hoops. You don't have to sit here and not be able to do the things that you really want to do, to have the platform that you really want to have, or have the visibility for what you have going on. Yes, you now can contact the Mogul TV Global Network. And again, it's only a call. All right, your daughter's
And
in the STEM program. Awesome.
yes, my guy Larry, man, his daughter's down there in that film program, huge. So he's gonna get her to reach out to you, like he said. That's super amazing. I think I don't know who it is, but I remember speaking to him. I know she's working with like somebody who he was connected with, which was really amazing. And like she's ahead in that film program. So whatever contact
Awesome.
that is, you guys can go ahead and make that connection. So for real, for real. So it's super amazing. Look, my
Absolutely.
wife just said, I just went to Lisa Marie's page. Who is that?
That's the crock pot mom.
That's the crock pot mom. Oh my God, man. Stop playing, man. Shout out to the
Yes.
crock pot moms. I did not even think they would be for the crock pot show, but that is amazing of that idea that they got that. And it's on the Global Mogul Network, man.
Yes. Yes.
I love it. I love it. Keep going. Keep
Absolutely.
going. My wife, she gonna be on that crock pot show too. You better believe that. DC Smith say, man, a finance show.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe that we should be empowering more people about their finances, right? How do we, tell people about stocks and investing and saving and spending, how to make it, right? How to double it, how to triple it. Like that's important, especially if we're going to talk about wealth generation. You can't have wealth, nor can you generate it if you don't know how to, right? So I
Yeah.
think that having shows that teach how to is important. It becomes like a masterclass, which is what I call launch. I bring people on and I call it your midday masterclass on television, because I want them to share their journey to going from point A to now being successful in their business, and then tell us how you did that. What are some strategies that others can take to do, if this is what they're called to do, how can someone else do that too? Maybe not the same moves, but what is a strategy that you employed in your journey to becoming who you are? And so absolutely, you have to have those how-tos, those master classes, those master courses that help people learn how to do just that. So absolutely, finance is where it's at.
Hey, well, you on the Leverage show, right, for a great reason. So you've seen some of these broadcasts. Hey, I'm gonna show you. I give them a full out blueprint of how it's done, man. So,
Absolutely,
hey, we may
absolutely.
have to talk about that after the show. So, look, we'll discuss that.
I'm
My wife
here.
said, P, I'm already on it. Look, she's already on it. Yeah, I know she is, man. My wife is no joke. And P says, there's my other sister. She say, all right, Ro, I love talking finance and home ownership. She
There you
does. Of
go.
all her great years of experience she's had
Yes,
in the mortgage industry, financial education industry. Patricia Smith
absolutely.
is definitely, man, one of those, man, who you guys have probably definitely need to connect, man, and anything that you guys need to do. Hey, let's get into the show. Whatever y'all need to do, let's get into the show, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's bring more awareness, more great stuff, right? And I say
Yeah,
stuff, but it's out of respect. It's no disrespect to it, but more great things that we can offer the world, more positive stuff. Again, bring uplifting and empowerment and encouragement for at least 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day, right? I think if
Yeah.
we can, it goes with that. I'll take a step back for a moment. Oh, I want to make sure this is not coming out. Okay. Take a step back for a moment on that positive TV programming. A lot of times we have to unlearn all the crap that we've learned, right? We have to
Yeah.
unlearn the things that we've learned so that we can move forward in a more forward movement, without being held back mentally, without and with the right knowledge and how to do that. And so again, positive programming is about pushing out, bits of positivity here, a bit of positivity there, and throw a little dash over there and a little dash over there, so we can now, we can look out and we can see bits and pieces, like kind of like that, what is it, dandelion, when you blow it and it just sprinkle all over the world,
Yeah.
right? It just go everywhere. That's how I envision the positivity from what it is that we are doing, going across the globe, just touching everybody. So when it lands, it plants a seed.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
now
It
more
plants
is
a
going to
seed.
grow up. Now
Right.
more to
And
grow,
that's
right?
what we want to see. We want to see
Yes,
that seed, man, planted, man, and it's growing up tremendously, man. My guy
yes.
Larry say thanks for the shout out, Lambo. She's in the Sydney Party, a New American Film School.
Awesome. Amazing. Amazing.
I
Yes, definitely connect. Let's connect, Mr. Larry. Let's connect. I love that.
definitely,
And we have a space for
definitely.
film. That's one of the other things that we will be, tapping into is indie films. Those who don't feel that they have a place for their films to go. A lot of them will go to a film festival and then they don't win and then they just throw it away. Well, no, there's a place for it
Yeah,
because you created it for something. You created it for something. So let's put it on a platform where others can, enjoy what you've created, where they can learn and be, and learn something, be involved with something greater than just themselves. I do believe that a lot of times we get into this microwave mentality. We want it right now, right now, it got to happen right now, got to happen right now. So let them be involved in your process. I'm planning to highlight a bunch of indie filmmakers because I want people to understand what goes into the process of creating. All the time and effort that people are putting into creating. It's not just I woke up with it and I threw it together and it's done. Boom, I should win something. No, like let's talk about that journey and how did that concept come to you? What was the reason? What is the reason behind you creating? Because a lot of times we create based on the things, based on our experiences, right? We talked about experiences. So
yeah.
we create based on our experiences. So I want to highlight their experiences, which will then we'll talk about, their films that they've created. And so I'm excited for that next piece that we will be launching here pretty soon.
And that's next week, you said, right?
No, not next week. It'll be in next
Oh,
quarter. So
okay.
it'll be in the fall when we begin to launch that. Yeah.
All right. In the fall, we looking forward for that, man. Even on the channel and stuff like that. So we definitely gonna be tapping in. Marie Harris, shout out to the fan, man, in the building. Thank you, thank you, thank you, man. We've been so excited, man, about this broadcast. I mean, it amazes me, man. Like of all of the intel that you actually talked about, and but the one intel that we didn't talk about, I literally got to know this. Because
Uh-oh.
you got so much stuff that is with you, and we can go on for a minute. But I got to know this. Listen, for those who are out there, and you guys have seen how to reach out at www.themogulchannel.com. So make sure you guys are reaching out to Ms. Chapman, man, and her team with that. But talk to us. For those who are out there, I mean, you're on the Leverage Show. And I've seen this particular strategy that you're literally helping women and people scale their business to a 7-figure business. Talk to us about that now, Ms. Chapman. Well, I mean, what are your tips? What are your tricks? What are you teaching in these courses? And is it a mentorship package and all of this? Talk to us like this.
Yes, yes, yes. Again, it goes with my nurturing. Okay. I have been helping women in business, wow, since like 2006. That's as far back as I can remember. And along the way, I did it all for free. Okay, I did it all for free. I had someone that would come to me and was like, okay, I'm tired of this. I need to do something. I was like, okay, let's talk about what do you know how to do? Okay. Let's start
Right.
there. What do you know how to do? And how well can you do it? Do you think that you're going to want to do this for the long haul? So it's all those questions that you ask in the beginning. But back in 2006, I didn't know that I was what I was really, really doing. But I
Yeah.
continued to do it. I had so many people come to me every single day in the workplace of all places. It's like, go get on the phone, girl. We're in a call center. But I had so many women coming up to me and they're like, okay, Tameka, what am I supposed to do? Like, what do I do next? Like, okay, so where do I go? Who can I call? Like, what do I do? And I'm just like, okay, so what about doing this? Okay, then you should go do that. Okay, now do this. So it became the whole thing of now I'm just going from day to day, looking forward to going into the office. I began to bring in a notepad just to make some notes throughout the day because it started. I was helping so many people. It was it just kept coming to me all throughout the day. Oh, you need to tell such and such this, so I make a note of it. Okay, well, tell such and such this. She needs to be doing this, and she make sure she does this and make sure she does that. So it just became it began to come to me just strategy after strategy after strategy. Okay, this is what you should be doing. Okay, you don't need to be working 24 hours a day. Okay, so this is how you set this
Yeah.
up, right? And so
Yeah.
they be like, "Oh my gosh, you're amazing! Thank you so much. You're a lifesaver." And I'm just like, "Okay, we'll pay the lifesaver. Pay the lifesaver." Um, but I went on for years of doing that because one, I've been taught to take care of others. And two,
Yeah.
I had a job, so I wasn't hurting for money. And I still had my husband who was in the military, and then he had a job afterwards. So we weren't hurting for money, like we were good. So I wasn't
Yeah.
thinking about I should be charging for this. I should, charge my work, my value for what it is that I'm doing. And so again, I've done this for almost 16 years now. I've been doing helping women learn how to create, build, and launch their businesses, and then scale their businesses because you're starting at zero. You haven't made a dime. So let's go get a sale or two or
Yeah.
10, right? So
Yeah.
I've been doing this for a very long time to where I wake up and I have strategy on the brain. I
Yeah.
talk to somebody, like I just had a conversation with one of my accountability partners today. Um, we were talking, and so we just created a whole program for her. She was like, okay, so what am I supposed to do? We created a whole strategy in less than an hour. Like, do this, do this, do this, go get that, go get that. This is who you're going to contact. Go, right? So we're setting this
Right.
thing up on autopilot just from this one conversation. But it's a love of mine. It's a love. I love puzzles. So I think of business as a puzzle. How do you put the puzzle pieces together to make it look good, to make it sound good, to make people interested in what it is that you have going on? And then how do you get them to invest in that thing that you now have put together to offer them? So again, I've been doing this. I enjoy it. I have a community that I created specifically for women to learn how to do this. And I actually have a course that I'm doing to certify people to become business growth strategists. So not only am I
Mm.
doing it and I'm teaching you how to do it, but now you can go teach others how to do it the proper way, right? Because there's so many
Yeah.
people out here who call themselves coaches. Okay. I'm going to
Yeah.
put that out there.
Yeah.
Um, and they're not coaching. They're only coaching your pocket. They're coaching
Mm.
your pocketbook, your purse, your
Mm.
wallet. No, stop letting
Mm.
people take your money if they're not qualified to tell you what they need to tell you. My stats speaks for themselves. I don't need to make anything up. Again, I'm a person that I am really just coming out into the forefront. I work behind the scenes. So I've never had a problem with finding clients because it's been word of mouth for me, and I'm very blessed, very and highly
Yeah.
blessed for that. But yeah, I don't make stuff up. I always tell people I'm the coach that don't give you the fluff stuff. We go right to it. We talk strategy. We get it done, get it out the way because I don't like to talk to people that long.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
um,
That
I
that
like
that
to get it done
that's the
and
truth.
be gone with it, right? And so this has allowed people to trust me. This has allowed people to recommend me and refer me. This has allowed people that I'll go on social media and I saw something the other day. I'm just like, wow, I didn't know that I made that great of an impact in her life, but I'm grateful for it, right? But then you also have the others who don't want to see that because they're still trying to figure out how to do it for themselves. instead of you keeping your money in your pocket instead of giving it to them and coming over here and learning the proper way to do it so that you can succeed and have, a happy, healthy business. You're still trying to figure it out, but you're not going to do that if you are still stuck on, let me get the right word. If you're still stuck on nonsense, I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm gonna say it in a nice way. Say it in a nice way.
Did. I like that. That was a clean up version, Ms. Chapman.
But yeah, so that's really what I do, Lambo. I help women learn how to build, create, then build, then launch it, doing it the right way, and with multiple streams of income. Because a lot of people, they misunderstand multiple streams for multiple jobs, and I don't believe in that. I don't believe in having multiple jobs. I don't need to do multiple jobs, but I can make multiple streams and make it happen, make it work the proper way. And so I teach how to do that. And they end up having, no stress. They end up having no mom guilt. I got 2 babies. Yeah. I can't be sitting here working all day long and not spending time with my babies. They're going to be like, okay, mama don't love me. She don't want to be around me. She don't like me. No, I love my babies. And so anytime they come in the room, everything shuts down. It's our time. But you can't do that if you're constantly working 24/7. So I teach women how not to work 24/7, how to work the smart way, and how to get it done, and make a living. How to make a living. I have one client. I actually had a call with her last week, and she has an email list of 17,000, an active email list of 17,000. Based on what it is that she has the potential to make over 2 to 3 million just with one email, based on what it is that we have created for her. And I'm just like, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. How easy was that? How easy is that to send this email, and now you're getting flooded with, okay, I'm in. Like that's what you're supposed to do. That's how it's supposed to work. Yeah.
So that's what I do. I hear so many people, and this is the truth, and I got to talk to you, Ms. Chapman, on this one. Everyone is speaking of, yo, show me how to make 6 figures. And I talk to my team about this stuff, and we have conversations. I want to make 6 figures. And I'm like, 6 figures is not the goal. That's a selfish number. And I say that with all due respect. I said, when you're really wanting to help change culture and change people's lives, you should be thinking 7, 8, 9 figures, 10 figures, whatever that is, to help change your culture and change other people's lives behind you. So to hear that you're actually saying, nah, I ain't doing that 6-figure stuff. Nah, I'm gonna help show you how to do a 7-figure strategy. For those who are out there who don't know what 7-figure is, that's millionaire strategy to show you how to do it and be able to spend time with your family and loved ones. This is what it's about. It's not about you working. And I tell people, some people get into a business to work the business, and they don't allow the business to help work for them. And they find themselves working so much as if they're working a full-time job into the business. That's not what you're supposed to be doing in business. I'm telling you this right now.
It's not. You can't enjoy life. But go to work. Go get a 9 to 5 if you're gonna be working all day. Like, seriously.
Yeah. But Nikki say yes, 7+ figures. Yes. Let's think with this. I'm not lying. This is the mindset. You have to be at this mindset. And I love Ms. Chapman what you're doing.
Yes.
To be at this mindset, to be able to create opportunities for others. This is what it's about. Yes. This is not nothing that we walk around to beat on our chest and saying, hey, we're trying to do this and stuff like that. No, we really are trying to help change the tide of cultures and communities and families and generations behind them. That's what this is about. That's why when we start speaking these type of strategies and implementing this and exercising this, we're doing this because we truly desire for you guys to have this type of lifestyle. I spoke earlier on a gentleman I wanted to help out, man, and him and his wife, and that was almost a $250,000 play, like they would have never gotten if they would have never came and even sat down with Lambo. And I said, man, look, this is possible. This is stuff you can do every single day. Like, every day. Just get out there, be connected to those great people. Get connected to Ms. Chapman, who can actually sit down, man, and bring a strategy out for you ladies, man, could help scale your business or scale your vision, whatever it is that God has placed in front of you. Please, please, please get with Miss Chapman, man, on this and allow her to go ahead and her team, man, to work with you. And you make sure you work with them. Because see, some people, and I know you get this with Chapman, and I must say this. They just say, hey, we're going to partner with you. We're going to drop money in your lap or drop this in your lap and let you do all the work. Tell them how true that is or untrue that is with scaling a business. Talk to them just a little bit.
Listen, scaling your business. First of all, you have to be in it to win it, right? I know this cliche, but it's very, very serious. It's not some fly by night thing that you're going to do that's going to, it's just not going to happen. You have to have strategy. You have to have strategy. And it's not about just going to anybody who say they can help you. It's not about going to anybody who just put up this fancy little graphic. Come on over here, girl. You're going to get it all together. We don't do all of that. I don't, you really rarely see me publish anything about my coaching business or how I help because I'm working with my folks, right? And so social media is not the first thing that I think of doing on a daily basis. I have help for that now, but I'm really into the gutter with my folks.
Some people think that. I mean, we're living in a society where everybody, I've seen people have these packages and strategies, and you know what I'm talking about, where they actually have a method, but they haven't even exercised the method or nothing like that.
No,
you got to go on social media to do this stuff. Talk to them how true that is or not. You say you don't even use social media like that to do that.
I'm not on social media like that. I'll get on social media because somebody said, okay, you need to go respond or you need to share this to your personal page. I'm like, okay, I'll quickly get on, but I'm not staying on here. I have things to do. And so, no, I have a team. I have a team for the network and I have a team for my business, my coaching business, because I can't do it all by myself. And that's when you're scaling, you have to have the right things in place. You can't scale doing it all yourself. But I will tell you that a mindset that I had to put myself in was no other option. No other option. Like, I don't care how much money I have in the bank. I don't care what I have going for me. I'm in my no other option phase because this has to succeed. There is no other way I'm going to allow this to fail. I'm not going to fall back on, okay, I'm good if it don't work. No, you have to be in your no other option mindset at all times. That's where I am. I'm there right now. I am there right now. I don't care if I make money tonight or if I make money tomorrow or on Friday if I have more money coming in. None of that matters because I'm in my no other option mindset. So I'm always going to be moving forward in my business, implementing the next thing in my strategy. So yes, I have a strategy for my own business, for my network. I have a strategy for my coaching business. I have a strategy. Everything about me is strategic. Everything about me is strategic. And that's how I choose to work with others. I teach you by showing you how I do. Like, I can't tell you, girl, go out here and go do that, or ma'am, you should do this or you should do that, and I'm not doing it. I introduce you to my resources, right? I introduce you to my resources. And I will say this, Lambo, one of the newest resources that I created to help my ladies scale, I co-founded the Seven Figure Boulevard. Seven Figure Boulevard is a virtual marketing agency, virtual social media agency. We don't call them virtual assistants. We call them business growth strategists because that's what they do. I'm training them. I have trained them. I've vetted them to be able to do all of the things that you need to do in your business. So you don't have to be working in the business. You're now working on the outside, partnering with people to scale and continue to grow your business. So again, it's about knowing what you should do. And if you don't have the right person or the right coach or the right people on your team telling you to do this or do that, you're going to still be stagnant, still trying to figure it out years later. Years later. But I choose to, again, lead by example. I would never tell you to go do this or go do that, and I haven't done it myself and haven't seen success with it because I don't want you to waste money, nor do I want you to waste time nor energy or have those tears at night from trying to figure it out after you've spent all your money and you still don't have a plan. I don't do that. I just had the last summit I spoke on, I offered crazy for me to do it, but I offered every attendee that registered that watched my interview, they could click a link and create and have a 30-minute business growth strategy with me. I had about 20 women who created a schedule on my calendar. And over 2 weeks, I had calls with them, all 20 of them. When I tell you, I have gotten such great responses, like, oh my gosh, nobody even told me this. And this is from women in different niches. I had women who are artists, who are painters, who have gift basket business, who are in the health and wellness industry. So it doesn't matter what the industry is. Strategy is strategy. And that's me. I know strategy. I know how. I would say this: I pray and I receive. I receive downloads every single day. Before I hop on a call with someone, I pray before I get on the call with you, Lambo. Before I get on the call
Yeah.
with anybody, I'm always asking God for alignment, and I'm asking God for, give me the words to say. I don't want to just come off and just say some stuff just because, oh, it sounds good. I don't do all that. I'm such the straight shooter when it comes to stuff. But I want to make sure that what I'm teaching and what I'm offering makes sense for, their business and their brand. And so far, it has been one amazing ride to be able to help so many women. My mission for 2022 was to help 1,000 women. And so far, we're really hitting them up. We're hitting it out the park. We're hitting it out the park. So
Okay.
I'm excited to
Okay.
continue to work with women, just to help them. It doesn't matter if it's a 30-minute call, because normally the 30-minute call is going to lead you to say, Tameka, I need you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need you to
Yeah.
help me figure all of this out and just to implement, not to figure it out, because 30 minutes, I'm going to give you a full strategy in 30 minutes. I'm
Yeah.
going to hear what you have going on. I'm going to hear what you don't have going on, but I'm going to give you a strategy of what you need to do to move forward like today. That's what I do.
If y'all don't even understand, if that ain't worth the price of admission for the Leverage Show, I don't know what is. I'm trying to tell y'all that right now. Miss Chapman, they literally went on here. Miss Chapman, I got a wonderful friend. I got a sister of mine too. I'm going to actually, she's no stranger to the Leverage Show, Miss Joanna Coleman. I want to go ahead and link y'all also together, man, because y'all are just amazing. Literally, she offered her services the same way, and literally it was coming by the dove. And I literally listening to you, I'm like, yo, she's at a conference offering her service. People don't understand what 30 minutes with somebody will actually help change their life. Heck, 15 minutes, depending on what it is, would help change their life. One word from God will help change your life. So imagine what 30 minutes from Miss Chapman will do. Come on now. Come on now.
One word. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I enjoy what I do. I absolutely enjoy it. I have notebooks and journals that I write in every single day. I journal. I love to journal. So I have a separate journal for just my own thoughts. But then I have notebooks when things are coming to me, I write it down, because a lot of times it's being downloaded to me for somebody else, but I haven't talked to them yet. They haven't come to me and said, hey, I need help with this yet. And so when they come and we're talking, I'm just like, you know what? I wrote something down for you. Hold on, let me get it. And so I'll turn the page and I'll get to it. It's like, this was for you. And I tell them, like, oh my gosh, like I had a lady in tears. She's like, you just put together what I've been dreaming to create. Like, she didn't even have the words to explain everything. But when I told it to her and I told her when I write strategy. I don't just write down one thing. I write the whole plan down. And I told her, I said, this is for you. She was beyond words. She didn't know exactly what to say. She's like, wow, nobody else has ever been able to do this for me. And that made my day. It makes my day that I'm able to help somebody. And not just say I'm helping somebody. I don't do the boasting and the bragging, because that gets me nowhere. That's not going to help nobody, and it's definitely not going to help me. But to see that I'm helping somebody, that's all that matters to me. That is really all that matters. Again, I'm the nurturer. It's my job to take care and help people to become and do their best, and to live a life that they really want to live. That's really what it's all about. If you can't live the life you want to live, you need to be making a change, like seriously. And I'm not saying that just to be saying it. If you're not living how you want to live, the change starts in your mindset. Because a lot of times the mindset is, I can't have it, or I can't achieve it, or nobody's going to help me get it. Nobody's going to show me how to do it. None of that matters. We have the power of the internet. We have the power of the internet, where you can read a lot. You may not be able to learn everything, but you can read a lot. You come to somebody like Lambo or myself to say, I want to go, but I want to go further. I want to learn how to do it the proper way so it lasts for a longer time. There's an African proverb and it says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, far, you go together. Well, with me,
Mm.
I want you to go farther, faster. Okay. That's what happens when you get with the right people, the right person, the right team that's going to help you do exactly what you need to be doing. That's what happens. And that's what I pride myself on. I just love what I do.
Hey, Miss Chapman, they better be blowing you up. I'm telling you ASAP after this. After this is ridiculous, y'all. Did y'all just hear what she said out of her mouth? You got me just going on that African proverb, man. If you want to go faster, go alone. You want to go further, man, go with somebody, man. That
Yes.
probably is one of the most realest statements I have ever said on a broadcast like this, man. And people need to understand that. It's all about connections. Connect with somebody. Partner with somebody. Partner with Miss Chapman. Man, whatever you guys can do, man, I'm telling y'all, reach out, connect. Make this be a resource of a point of contact for somebody like Miss Chapman. Whatever service she can do, I'm telling y'all right now. Like, I literally went to her website while we was actually talking, like, yo, she got merch and everything else up there. Y'all better go ahead and make sure y'all are following, connecting, and partnering. Don't just be a spectator, be a participator, man. I'm telling you this right now. Be a participator in this. Because, see, a lot of you guys, man, y'all jumped on the broadcast. My guy, Kennard Haney, with the fire emoji. A lot of you guys jumped on this broadcast and didn't know. Y'all heard the TV Mogul. You're here talking about never. Oh, okay, that's fine. And then when y'all heard us start talking about strategies and leveraging, y'all was like, oh, hold up. Now, this is a whole different gear. I was like, listen, Miss Chapman wears many coats. So y'all better get ready when you come to Miss Chapman on this thing, because I'm trying to tell you this right now. We don't bring just anybody. I'm trying to tell you, 7-figure scaling, some of y'all can't scale 5 figures. I don't want to get started with that. I didn't get started. I'm going to leave that alone. Leave that. They can't scale 5 figures. So,
I'm not doing this.
hey, I'm serious. They out here, man, can't scale 5 figures and stuff like that. People believe in it. And if you even are at that point, if you're watching the broadcast, we've been at that point. We're okay. But we're here, me and Ms. Chapman are here to be points of contacts and references for you guys so that you guys don't have to be scaling life way lower than you have. And see, I get a lot of people, Ms. Chapman, and this is the truth. They will sit up here, they will watch the shows, they will watch the broadcast, and then I see them all the time. They go tune into everything else, a lot of fluff, and read everything else and seek everything else, and none of that stuff works for them. Until it's time for them to actually come back and say, you know what? Let me give this a shot. Let me officially reach out to Miss Chapman. Let me officially reach out to Lamb. Let me officially reach out to any guests on the show and give this a shot. There is a reason why you're at the point where you're at right now in life, Miss Chapman, and where you're going and helping others go to another level. And that's a system. And that's believing how systems work and scaling businesses with people and understand how those actually work in life. That is what I'm trying to tell people. This is the common denominator to what makes successful people successful. Anybody I bring to the broadcast, they say the same thing, Andrew. It wasn't because I did this myself. No, you literally said I was in go mode. There's no other option at this point. And literally started bringing the people around you. Like, she's telling y'all how she's doing it. Literally, she's telling you how she's doing it. Am I lying or am I lying, Ms. Chapman?
No, you're right. You're right. That's actually a part of my coaching program. I talk to you, because it's one thing to grow a business. It's another thing to scale your business, right? When you're growing it, you may be able to start it off by yourself and, get into a certain point, but when you're ready to scale, it takes a whole different ball game to scale some things. And so one of the main things is partnership. I'm just going to tell y'all, it's partnership. If you don't know how to partner, that's going to keep holding you back. If you're not open to the possibility of working with somebody for a greater impact in your business and their business, and y'all coming together to create that greater impact, you're going to still be left behind. You have to get with the times. You have to understand that okay, you need to trust them, right, to a certain point, but you also have to have those agreements in place. But when you're ready to scale, one of the bigger things that you can do, one of the easiest things that you can do really is to find a true partner or partners that helps you get the message out, the branding out, the business out, and bring the dollars, more dollars in a whole lot faster than you can by yourself. So partnerships is definitely a great way to go when you're ready to scale. But you have to do it at the right time. You can't do it at the beginning. You have nothing to offer. You have nothing to offer when you haven't even properly set yourself up. So having systems in place, having a strategy in place, knowing where your business is going, knowing what you're going to be doing with your business. You have to know all of that before you can even think about partnering with somebody, because you have to be able to answer those questions. You have to be able to answer the question of, what do you see your business going in 5 years? What do you see your business doing in 10 years? Like, what do those numbers look like? If you don't know what your numbers look like, they're not going to know what your numbers look like. And you're going to look like an amateur when you really could just honestly do the work before, do it the proper way. And so when you get to that point of ready to scale, you're ready to hit the ground running. You're ready to hit the ground running. And I tell you, I did it with my network. Not only do I do it in my business, but I've done it with my network. I set the tone, I set the foundation, I set everything the way that it should be. I created the culture that I wanted to be represented on the network. When I did that, I had people flocking, but I'm just like, okay, we can do this at a greater level. So now what do? I go out and I find partners. What is your show about? What is your show about? What is your show about? Okay, let's put this melting pot together. Let's put this good old pot of gumbo together. Okay, if you're not
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Louisiana, you need to go
Oh
test
yeah.
out the gumbo. Okay, but you make a good pot of gumbo with that roux, put a little filet in it for seasoning, and
They don't
bam,
know
you
nothing
now
about that, Miss
have.
Chapman. They don't know nothing about that. For those who want some good gumbo, they don't know about that. Y'all reach out to Miss Chapman when you want some gumbo, man.
Oh my gosh, but yeah. That's what I created. I created my own pot of gumbo, and it tastes
Mm,
good. It's good. It's seasoned, but you have, even if you now have gumbo, you got a good pot of soup. You let it sit
yeah.
for a day, and the seasons get, really into the soup, and it really tastes good. That's what you're creating when you partner. You're creating your own pot of soup that you're letting it sit, you're letting it stew, and you're just out there giving everybody a bowl of it, because everybody wants it. They're going to continue to come back because what you're doing is that good. So you have to think about what you're offering and who you're partnering with to make sure that they can help you and you can help them, and now y'all blowing up. That really
I,
is the biggest part of scaling.
you better stop. I'm gonna give you a text that I got from a client of mine now, but he recognized something today, and this is I can't lie to you, man. And when I got it, I had to sit back and show my wife, and I get plenty of stuff that's screened out, and I had to show my wife, and I said, this is what gets access granted rather than access denied. I've got people who've been around me for a few years now, and they still are on the access denied list because they don't ask the right question or they don't know exactly what to ask. And they're trying
Yeah.
to say, oh, well, we still trying to figure out everything. But this is what he said in the text. This is true story. He said, I'm not trying to be your client. I'm trying to be your partner. Lots
Come
to
on.
learn. That
Come
that
on.
that right there solidified him. That solidified him to a whole nother level. Like, dude, people could have been around me for years. You just have jumped the race. And I'm just like, and people being able to ask the right stuff, man, and the right questions and understanding what it
Yes.
is that
Yes.
needs to get you access granted. Like I said, I got people around me, they will never have access granted because not
Come
only
on.
don't they ask the right questions, they don't even understand. Like they're looking for everything through someone else and not understanding what's right in front of your face. And when I see that,
Exactly.
if I see that they're hemorrhaging in areas of their life, if I see that they're not good at these areas, if I see that they're overlooking, like, I'm going to just overlook. But then you get
Mm-hmm.
more. I said, no, don't even worry about it. You are not accessing yourself to that. And when you're not accessing
Exactly.
yourself to that, you will continue to have access denied. Oh, why
Come
can't I
on.
get around that? Well, access denied. Don't worry about it. You're not asking the right questions. Remember, the right questions get you in the room. It opens the
Exactly.
door. It gets people and everything, man, to come towards your way. For those who are
Exactly.
truly, man, and it's bigger than partnerships with finances and money. It's about and everything. What are you bringing to the table? There's
Yes.
so many people don't even understand that. They're still walking in a circle, not understanding what they're bringing to the table. You have to be able to bring something to the table for you
Absolutely.
to truly get access granted. And I'm telling you, when that happens, the floodgates are open. I give you anything that you want in your life. It's like a parent. I don't mean to be preaching on here. It's like a parent and everything. Or, you know, they look at the kid is doing well. They're able to give the kid anything they want because that kid has performed and did everything that they needed to do. And that's the thing is, what are you doing? Yeah. What are you doing? And we talk about this all the time. Shout out to Myron Golden and everything, man, for what he's doing in this platform. But I watch what Myron is doing, but also watch what everybody else around you is doing. Check out what Miss Chapman is doing. Check out what she's able to empower you with. Check out what Lambo is really doing. Check out whoever you're connected to. People are here for a reason. Who is pouring into your life? You need to understand that and honor that who is around your life. Because remember, the thing that if you don't honor it, it will leave. If you don't honor money, money will leave your life. If you don't honor a relationship, relationship will leave your life. If you don't, man, don't make me get started on here. If you don't honor a business, you're coming in the business and work late or trying to get anything, it's going to exit your life. I promise you that. And you're going to be wondering, well, man, you know, how come you're not asking the right questions? Honor that. Give honor back to that. And I'm telling you, you will walk in open doors like you have never seen before. I didn't mean to get started in that, but I just wanted to go ahead and pick it back up. No, I love it.
I love it. Come on, Pastor. Come on. I love it. I'm here for the good word. I'm here.
I know you game for it, baby. We Louisiana born and bred right here, baby. So we ecstatic, man. Listen, I want y'all to make sure I had fun tonight on here. I don't know.
I have enjoyed this conversation.
I had fun tonight on here, man. I got a ton of more questions I could ask Ms. Chapman on here. But I'm going to keep it all the way 100. Listen, y'all. Let's be real. Ms. Chapman came on here to go ahead and give y'all a lot of game, and even speaking on scaling, even speaking on the network, even speaking on her full testimony of where God has brought her from to where she's currently at now, and actually where she's even going. The business is even going to be going even greater. Her vision is going to be going greater. Everything she touched turns to gold. And this is a prime example of the things that were spoken, the words that were spoken over her life, and things that are happening right now for her. I'm excited for her husband. I'm excited for her kids. I'm excited for her business. I'm excited for everything that Ms. Chapman has in her life and people are connected for her for, because what she's doing is she's making an imprint and leaving a trail for a legacy trail behind her. So we honor you tonight, Ms. Chapman, and I thank you tonight more than anything. You guys, y'all thank Ms. Chapman, man. Put some loves in the comments. Y'all like these things up with loves and everything. Y'all hearted, because I'm trying to tell y'all this right now. This is what it was about, man. Listen, look, Nikki said that was all channeled. It was truly channeled. It was definitely channeled. I'm telling y'all this right now, man. Some of y'all don't even understand how channeled this channel was, man. My wife said I had a great time. Let's talk about that gumbo. She already knows, man. My wife is official. She already know, man. She know about that gumbo real big. And look, we got now, see, we call it and everything, man, in the South. We call it pecan candy. Everybody else call it pralines. So we had some pralines just in our cooler and stuff like that. As we taking the road trip and stuff like that, we had some pecan candy, some pralines in there. So she already know what time it is, man, when we come out here, man, with this thing. I'm telling you right now, man.
I love that pecan candy.
We're going to make sure that we treat you right, man, and get you all the way together. Listen, Larry is showing love, man. Shout out to you, Larry. Larry will be definitely hooking up with you, Ms. Chapman. So definitely shout out to that. Another great connect. Nikki definitely showing the love, the fire emojis, man, and the love, man. Thank you, Nikki, man, for always coming to the show, showing love. My wife is hearting it up. Thank you, baby, hearting it up, man, for so much love, man. Pete L.A. Law say this was amazing. Hey, this is what we hear. She was amazing. Miss Chapman was amazing. She was the guest of honor. doing what she do best and everything, man. And I'm telling y'all make sure y'all make this the point of connect. PC Smith in the building, showing and everything, man. There's love, man, with the stars, man. Letting you know, like, yo, we are definitely bashing off. Man, I'm telling you, Miss Chapman, we've had an amazing time tonight, man. And I truly, truly, truly honor and thank you, man, for coming to the Leverage Show and showing us some love and just your openness, man. It just, my God, you got me in here, man. Like, I'm in here like, hold on. I need to go sign up for that class, man. Whatever that she got, Lambo need to go sign up for that.
Listen, she's available.
I'm trying to, hey, she's available. Y'all make sure that y'all get out here, man, and show some love. Kennard Haney showing the pounds, the claps, the everything. That's my guy, Kennard Haney, man. He is just an amazing, amazing guy. Him and Jamal Titus, shout out to them both, man. They're in the building and stuff like that. I'm so thankful for each and every single one of them. I hopefully be seeing them soon this weekend and everything. I think we'll have a sit down when I get out there out east. Nikki say, love how real your conversation has always on Lambo. You create the container for the real. Hey, I'm just the platform. These ones who come on this broadcast are the real rock stars. Miss Chapman is the real heroes, the real rock stars, actually helping, man, change the culture out. Who actually has her own network? I never had nobody had her own network like this, especially coming to the network, to the Leverage Show, man. So y'all make sure y'all show some love, man, in that aspect, man, to her like never before, for real. Now, for those who need to get in contact with her, I'm going to put the information back up on the screen one more time, man. Y'all go ahead, man, and go to www.themogulchannel.com, www.themogulchannel.com. And is there any other way that they can get in contact with you outside of that, Ms. Chapman?
Absolutely. So they can always, Instagram, Facebook at Mogul TV Global. Or me personally, I am Tameka Chapman. That's my handle on Instagram and Facebook. I am Tameka Chapman. Very simple. We keep it very simple. Okay, that's the key. That's another key to winning. Keep it simple so you can duplicate it. Okay. I am Tameka Chapman or Mogul TV Global. Those are the two handles that you can find me on social media.
I am Tameka Chapman and Mogul TV Global. But did I say that right? Mogul TV Global, right?
Mogul TV Global. Absolutely.
Y'all make sure y'all go follow that Mogul TV Global and Tameka Chapman. Make sure that her name is spelled the right way, because y'all be jacking up names and stuff like that. We're going to make sure that it's on the list. Look, I'm going to take the Mogul channel off. It's spelled just like it is on right here. Tameka. Tameka. Y'all just spelled Tameka like Tamika, Tamqua. They got so many names of Tameka, it ain't even funny out here. I am Tameka Chapman at the handle. I am Tameka Chapman. I am Tameka Chapman. Trust me, I can go on ahead. Those who are following friends with me, man, on IG, man, at Lambo Drew TNT, make sure you guys go on there. I'm following her. Y'all can definitely take a look at that, man. Go follow her. Go partner up with her, man. And make sure you guys are supporting the movement of Miss Tameka Chapman, man, and everything that her hands is touching. I'm telling y'all guys do not want to go on ahead, man, and miss this. Again, the follower, man, at those handles, Kennard Haney said, this was amazing, a show, a 10X show. Yes, we go in levels. Each and every single week levels. Like I said, this is the last broadcast in August. So Miss Chapman is going to come with it and just knock it out the park, man.
Knock it out the park. Knock it out the park.
Hey. Knock it out the park, Miss Chapman. Do what you do. Knock it out the park.
Let me stop.
Because we celebrate you, Miss Chapman. I'm telling you. Thank you, Business Bride. Thank you for your weekly blessings. Thank you, you guys. Well, I told you, we have an amazing community on here and stuff like that. And this is even with our Facebook community who couldn't get on here and stuff like that. So we still and everything. My tribes and everything, man, gonna be full power, ready to roll on here. So you know what time it is, man. Well, thank you, Miss Chapman. Listen, please don't go on ahead, man, and be a stranger to the show, man. Please come back. I know you're gonna have part. Hopefully, may I come on the Mogul TV network. Lambo Drew have a Lambo Leverage show or something like that on there. We have to talk about that off camera. We get it right.
Drive on over, Lambo. Drive on over.
I drive on over. I'll make sure about that. You ain't even got to even worry about that. I'll make sure about that, man. Nikki say celebrate you both. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Nikki. Bright, Cash App Lambo, y'all. Oh, no, you ain't got to Cash App me. Trust me,
Yes.
y'all go. What I need for y'all to do, I'm telling y'all this right now. Y'all go support and everything Miss Chapman and her movement. That's the biggest blessing you can ever give, man, on the Lambo Drew Leverage Show, man. Go support Miss Chapman and everything she's doing. Y'all go buy her product. Y'all go there. She's got some bags and everything I've seen. She got some really nice stuff, man, even on her handles I've seen. So for those who got the Mogul channel, man, y'all make sure y'all go on there. And is your product list on there too, Miss Chapman, as well, or what?
No.
On the Mogul channel, or is it that just on
the
your handles on
mogulchannel.com. Yeah, the mogulchannel.com shares everything with you. The moguls.tv is where you'll find the network, but the mogulchannel.com is it'll lead you to the network as well, but it has everything in it that we have going on, things that we have coming up, and all the amazing shows. You can just look at all the icons right there and see what show you want to go watch, and it'll take you directly to that show on the network. You don't have to try to find them. It'll take you directly to them. So we set it all up, making it very easy, very simple. Very user friendly, right? Free to watch, it's free every day. There's no cost to download the app if you have a Roku or an Amazon Fire Stick, but it's free to watch, free to consume, free to enjoy.
All right, that's what I want to hear. My wife would say thank you for joining us tonight, Miss Chapman. Showing some love,
Thank
man,
you.
with the wonderful hearts. The amazing Nikki said, got the site bookmarked and following on IG now. Thank you, Tameka. That's what I want to hear. Yeah, everybody, man, y'all go like, subscribe, follow the channel. Show some love, man. Show some love. That's what I want. Go support everything Miss Chapman is doing, man, and her movement. Again, www.themogulchannel.com. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead, man, and get into that, man. She says she's got all the handles. Y'all go buy some wonderful product from her. Y'all go check out the events on the TV. They got all the local listings. And you guys can reach out to her if you guys have interest of actually partnering in with the Mogul TV network and bringing some added Value, man, to that network. Again, for Ms. Chapman. So shout out to y'all. Listen, thank you, Ms. Chapman. Hey, you know we showing love.
Thank you, Lambo.
You know what time it is. We're gonna hit off. Thank you for impacting the community, man, and the culture and moving us forward. I'm trying to tell you this right now. It has been none short of a blessing, man, and a true testament, man, what faith to actually do. Shout out to your husband again and those kids for you actually borrowing us for at least for these 2 hours on the Leverage Show. Thank you. Thank them. Matter of fact, when they come to Denver, I'm going to make sure I thank y'all. Take y'all anywhere you want to go. I got y'all, man. Make sure we do this right, all right?
Absolutely. Thank you. I will.
All right, love. Thank you, Ms. Chapman. Well, again, we are not out of message, but we are out of time. And thank y'all again for another show, man, here on the Leverage Show, man. I'm telling y'all, Ms. Chapman definitely did her thing. Y'all make sure y'all go love, support, subscribe, everything, man, that y'all possibly can do, man, to support this great woman of God, man, and exactly what she's doing and the impact that she's making in her community and around the world. This is not nothing that is just something local. This is a global thing that she's doing. And make sure that y'all keep her channel and her vision, man, up high as possible as you guys can possibly get. All right, so listen, we love you guys. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Make sure y'all go like, subscribe, and everything to the channel, Mr. Tameka Chapman. Make sure you guys also partner and everything if y'all looking for 7-figure leverage strategies and some of her amazing gifts that she's actually bringing to clients and people around the world. All right, again, we are not out of time, not out of message, but we're out of time. Again, we thank you guys for this wonderful message tonight. Join us again tomorrow, next Tuesday night. I'm talking about tomorrow. Next Tuesday night at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, where we'll be at it again, doing what we do, man, here on the Leverage Show. I thank you guys for tuning in. We out of here, Miss Chapman. Later.